Subscribe for more.
I never thought I would be the woman people whispered about, the one with a secret that could ruin everything. If you asked me a year ago, I would have said my marriage was tired, not broken. Quiet dinners, polite conversations, two people sharing a house, but not really touching each other. I told myself it was normal. 15 years with Daniel will do that, I thought. Comfort replaces excitement. Stability replaces desire. I convinced myself I was being mature by accepting it.
Then I met Owen. It wasn't dramatic at first. No sparks flying across a crowded room. He was a consultant brought in by my company for a 3-month project. British accent, dry humor, observant in a way that made you feel seen without trying too hard. He noticed when I skipped lunch, remembered my coffee order, asked questions Daniel hadn't asked in years. I didn't plan to cross any lines. I just enjoyed being noticed again. That's how it always starts, isn't it? Not with sex, but with attention. At home, Daniel was predictable, reliable. He paid the mortgage on time, fixed the leaky sink without being asked how my day was, then half listened while scrolling through news on his tablet. We weren't fighting. We just existed. I told myself that if there was no shouting, no cheating, no betrayal, then we were fine. But fine felt like slowly suffocating. Owen listened, really listened. When I talked about my frustration, he didn't rush to fix it. He just nodded, understood, validated. I started staying late at the office. So did he. One night we ordered takeout and worked in the conference room until security flicked the lights. When he hugged me goodbye, it lasted half a second too long. I noticed. He noticed. We both pretended we didn't. The first time we kissed, I cried afterward. Not because it felt wrong, but because it felt right. That scared me. I told myself it was a mistake, a one-time thing, something I could step away from before it went too far. But secrets have gravity. Once you step into them, they pull you deeper. For months, I lived 2 lives. At home, I was a wife going through the motions. At work, I was alive again. Laughing, desired, wanted. I hated myself for it, but I also resented Daniel for making me feel invisible. That resentment made it easier to justify what I was doing. I wasn't cheating, I told myself. I was surviving. Then Daniel started trying. He planned a weekend away. Just us. No phones. No distractions. We walked along the coast, talked about old memories, laughed in ways we hadn't in years. He reached for my hand, and I didn't pull away. That night, lying next to him, I felt something shift. Guilt, yes, but also clarity. I realized I was about to destroy a man who had never actually wronged me. He hadn't betrayed me. He hadn't cheated. He had just gotten comfortable. And so had I. The next morning, I decided to end it. I asked Owen to meet me at his apartment after work. I told myself it was the responsible thing to do. No texts. No slow fade. A clean break. I rehearsed the speech all day. I care about you. This can't continue. I choose my marriage. I felt almost noble about it. When I got there, he poured wine. I waved it off. Told him we needed to talk. He smiled like he already knew what I was going to say, but thought he could change my mind. I told him it was over. That I loved my husband. That this was a mistake. His smile faded. He stepped closer anyway. Said we were real. Said I was lying to myself. That's when the door opened. Daniel stood there, keys still in his hand, jacket half on. His face didn't contort into rage like you see in movies. It just went still. Empty. Like something behind his eyes shut down to protect him. For a second, none of us moved. Time didn't slow. It froze. I started talking immediately. Rambling. Explaining. Ending it. Just now. I swear. It didn't sound convincing even to me. Owen said nothing. He didn't need to. Daniel looked at the wine glasses. The couch. Owen's hand still hovering near my arm. He nodded once, like he'd confirmed something he already suspected. Then he turned and walked out. I chased him down the stairs, calling his name, apologizing, promising everything. He didn't respond. He got into the car and drove away. No yelling. No threats. Just silence. That silence was worse than any anger could have been. He didn't come home that night. Or the next. When he finally texted, it was one line. I need space. Don't contact me. In that space, I realized something brutal. I hadn't just cheated on my husband. I had underestimated him. I thought if the truth ever came out, there would be tears, begging, maybe even forgiveness. I didn't expect dignity. I didn't expect him to walk away without trying to negotiate his own self-respect. A week later, his lawyer emailed me. No dramatic confrontation. No closure talk. Just paperwork. Division of assets. Mediation dates. 15 years reduced to bullet points. I sat at the kitchen table, staring at the screen, finally understanding the cost of what I had done. I lost my marriage the moment I thought I deserved something more without having the courage to leave first. I told myself I was ending the affair to save my marriage. The truth is, my marriage was already over. I just didn't know it yet. Daniel saw everything that mattered in that moment. Not just the affair, but the choice I made long before that door opened. And he chose himself. That's the part that still hurts the most. I live with that knowledge now every day, learning too late what loyalty costs.